With Phil Ford, former North Carolina Tar Heel. Phil, just want to go down the road a little bit. Take us in first. Let's take care of today's business. How about this Barnstorming Tour? Your involvement with the Barnstorming Tour, it's been going on for quite a few years. Tell us how you got involved, what your involvement is.
Well, it's something that's been going on for decades in the ACC. I did it in 1978, and I'm sure they were doing it at least 20 years before I graduated. And it's where the seniors from North Carolina, NC State, Wake Forest, and Duke, senior basketball players after the season is over, will go around to different high schools in the state and play against a local team, and they raise money for the high school and for some different organizations, and give fans that don't normally have an opportunity to see these guys up close, an opportunity to get to know them and get to meet them. It's a great night for a family outing.
Take me back to Rocky Mount. Great days in Rocky Mount back in the days.
Well, it's a great place to grow up. I wouldn't want to grow up in any other city in the world than Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Rocky Mount Senior High and going to junior high there, and I still have a lot of friends that are there, and growing up, everybody knows everybody almost. And
was it great to be? Was it Griffin? A Griffin back in those days?
Yeah, it's called a Griffon. It's a mythological character.
Absolutely.
It's a half bird and a half lion, and after integration, it was the Booker T. Washington Lions and the Rocky Mount Senior High Blackbirds. So when you put the two together, you have a Griffon. And some people pronounce it Griffin as well.
Good history there, and much good history. What about, take us back to your North Carolina days. You ended up there, and what number did you wear in college? Number 12?
Yeah, I wore number 12. That's the number that was given to me when I got there. I was happy just to get any uniform. I grew up a North Carolina fan, and having the opportunity to go there and play for who I think is the greatest coach to ever coach basketball, in Coach Smith, and the teammates that I had, and the opportunities that were provided to me academically and socially, is just, if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't think twice about going to the University of North Carolina. It's a great place.
Number 12, famous for the four corners.
Well, I just did what Coach Smith told me to do. It was a great offense that, we won some games with it, and we lost some games with it. So, it's something that Coach Smith came up with, and something that we practice on almost every day. So it was a part of our offense.
It's some interesting times. This past years, about a year ago, you were in Chapel Hill for Coach Smith's funeral and that session, and that man meant a lot to you, and that was a very memorable day.
Well, that was tough to do. When you love somebody, he's like a second father to so many of us that played for him. He's the greatest coach to ever coach basketball, but he was a good man too. He really cared for us, not only as basketball players, but as people, and he meant so much to so many of us, and it was just it was tough on all of us when he died.
Take us down the road to the Kansas City Kings.
That was who I was drafted by out of college. Love Kansas City. Spent 4 years there.
You were Rookie of the Year there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was Rookie of the Year there. Had to get used to the barbecue. I got there and went to a barbecue. Guess I walked around 30 minutes looking for the pig, but they kind of explained it to me what was going on.
Yes.
But I love Kansas City. Weather was a little different than when I grew up too, but it's a nice town, nice city. I was just out there a couple months ago. A buddy of mine, two buddies of mine, Charlie Scott and Quinn Buckner, were enshrined into the College Basketball Hall of Fame. So I was out there and hadn't been out there in 10, 15 years. So it was good to see some old friends getting back out to Kansas City.
Kind of closing the Barnstorming Tour event here today. Take us to Carolina Kia.
That's my man David McNeil. He and I have known each other for 40 years. I've had a relationship with Carolina Kia now for about 10 years, and it's not only a relationship with Carolina Kia, it's a personal friendship with the McNeil family.
It's all about the friendships over the years, right? The connections and friendships you make.
I think that's been the most important thing in my life. I think God has blessed me with some very good friends and a very good support system in my life, and I'm very grateful for that.
We're thankful to have the chance to talk to you today. Thank you, Phil, for the good work you've done over the years, and glad to see you're still active. Still, you'll be coaching. You might even be playing a little bit that night.
Won't be playing, but I'll be sitting over there on the side with them.
Thank you much.
Thank you.